Aloha from Hawaii. The 5 indicators of haole. And I invite openness and love in receiving this message. But first, hannu. Ha. Breathe in the mana. And to begin this video, first, haole is a mentality, meaning it can exist in any color, any culture, any creed, and any body. And so if you come from Hawaii or Kanaka, or are not from Hawaii or Kanaka, it still may speak to you. The first indicator, haole mentality puts itself before the village. It's absorbed in itself. So it thinks that people always need to please it, even when its own interests can harm the collective. It is not attuned to the fact that our decisions have a massive impact on the collective all the time. Regardless of what you think, how you feel, or if things get uncomfortable, all of our decisions affect everybody. Indicator number 2, haole mentality places a value on material possessions over mana. It places an emphasis on acquisition of things, to be higher, to be greater, in comparison to the acknowledgement of what is. In other words, it places emphasis on the worldly riches instead of the eternal riches. And the eternal riches are the fruits of the Spirit: love, peace, connection, trust and joy, humility. And it chooses to place people on a scale based on what they have. Third indicator, this is a big one: ownership over the earth instead of stewardship over aina. A haole mentality sees our planet as a commodity, as a utility, as a thing that you can utilize for your interest, instead of allowing the aina to be what it is and to steward its potential with love. The fourth indicator, overlooking cultural presence for pleasure of paradise. A haole mentality overlooks things that have happened in the past and the presence of culture that is still here, in all places, for just the pleasure of enjoying, even when it's at the cost of people's livelihood and harmony. It sees historical trauma as a thing of the past and not a thing of today that still lives in all of us that have endured it. Fifth indicator, ignorance rather than reconciliation. A haole mentality runs from the problem instead of having an initiative to heal it. It doesn't even think it's a part of the problem. That's because it grew up in the problem. Ultimately, it is a decision to be haole.